Not just a sin. Not just a sin. Not just. More than that. Nabi Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam cursed. He cursed. He cursed all four. And he said they're all equally guilty. The one who takes riba. The one who gives, that pays riba. You borrowed money on interest and you're paying the interest. The Prophet has cursed you. The one who records the transaction and the two witnesses said they're all equally guilty. If you have the curse of Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam upon you, you can perform your salat, it will not be accepted. You can perform your hajj, it will not be accepted. You can give zakat, it will not be accepted. You can fast in Ramadan, it will not be accepted. Once you have the curse of a prophet upon you, nothing will be accepted. I, by Allah's kindness, studied in 5 universities. I'm a former diplomat in the foreign ministry of my country. Okay? I lived in New York for 10 years. And while I was in New York, I had a very high profile as a scholar of Islam. When I left New York 2 weeks after 9/11, I was driving a car that was worth $500. A few days before my departure, somebody was driving and they hit the back wheel of my car. The cost of repair was more than the value of the car. So I decided to junk the car. But to junk the car, I had to pay $175 for junking. I could have gone to the bank very easily and bought a car with a bank loan on interest. I didn't have to drive a $500 car. $500 in New York for a car is a really very old car. Yeah. That was my choice. So you make your choice. Another time, somebody gave me a car. Buick Electra, big like a house. But you need a gas station for a car like that. So I'm driving to Staten Island and the car overheating. So I left it on the highway, the side, and got a drop. I went and gave my 2 lectures. When I came back for the car in the evening, car not there. Gone. So we went to the police station to report. Police said, we picked up your car and took it to the garage out there. So go to that garage. So I went to the garage took out the carburetor, took out all kinds of things from the car. So now if I want this car, I have to pay more than the value of the car. So the idea is for me to leave the car with them. So they said, just sign the transfer form and we'll keep the car. So sign the transfer form. So I'm no car. An Italian-American businessman came to see me the next day. He says, your car is gone. He says, allow me, I'm going to pay the lease, a new car for you. Can't have you without a car. All that you have to do is to pay the insurance. A brand new car, he's paying the lease. All I have to do is to pay the insurance. But because it's a brand new car, it's a lease car, you have to take full comprehensive insurance. I said, no thank you. I am not comfortable with insurance. And if I have to take an insurance, it has to be the minimum. So I refused that car. Brand new car. Okay? So we all have choices to make. If you want a house like one that the Prophet lived in and all his wives, you can build that with bamboo and wood, and you can build it in less than 10,000 ringgits. Or if you want in Damansara Heights for 5 million ringgits, that's your choice. Okay? So we all make our choices. Whether it be a car out there or a house or whatever it is. And Allah will open a way for His servants when He sees in the heart of the servant sincerity, wanting to stay out of riba. Yes. What is that ayah? مَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجٍ. Whosoever fears Allah truly, Allah will open a way for him. مَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجٍ وَيَرْزُقْهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبُ. Any more questions? Yeah. Good, I like that question. The masjid should be the center of guidance. There's a hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. He says, it is in the Sunan of Bayhaqi, it is narrated by Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu, about Akhiru Zaman. He said, Yushiku ya'ti ala nasi zaman, it will not be long before that time will come. La yabqa min al-Islami ilasmu, when nothing will remain of Islam but the name. Wa la yabqa min al-Qur'ani illa rasman, nothing will remain of the Qur'an but the traces of the writing, mechanically recited. Masajiduhum amiratun wa hiya kharabu min al-Huda. The masajid will be grand structures but devoid of Huda. A masjid is not a place for only salat. A masjid must be the center of Huda, guidance for the people. And then the hadith ends, ulama'uhum, the religious scholars of Islam of that time. ulama'uhum sharrun nasi mimman tahta adimis sama. They would be the worst people beneath the sky. Min indihim takhrujul fitna wa fihim ta'ud. They will be the centers which will corrupt the people. The Imam and the Jama'ah here in the Surau, you must set the example. That you buy dirhams. You don't need dinars really, you need dirhams. But be careful. You have some dirhams being sold now, they all have the same weight and they all have the same purity, all of them. It is the cost of minting which differs. Some are being sold for 25 ringgits. I bought 19 ringgits. And if you buy them a single dirham, then that is the price. But if you buy the block, you get it cheaper. So you buy dirhams. The Imam and the Jama'ah will encourage everybody to start buying dirhams. Keep dirhams. And then as often as you can, you try to conduct transactions with each other using dirhams. From the time you start doing that, there's something called barakah. A sunnah which was lost is being restored. You have an apartment that you're renting out, and your tenant is paying you rent in ringgits. You say to the tenant, is it possible for us to make an agreement? You pay me in dirhams instead of ringgits. You have a shop in which you are selling goods, and you make it permissible for your people coming to your shop, if they want, they can buy in dirhams. Sultan Masjid in Singapore. And around Sultan Masjid in Singapore, there are many shops now which are accepting dirhams. In Singapore. So, from the Surau, the guidance must go up. From the Surau, this must be the center of guidance for Sungai Buloh. Any more questions or comments? No more? Then perhaps time for Teh Tarik.